So this past Thursday, SDS came out with the feature premiere. So their first stream in regards to MLB The Show 21. They went over pitching, hitting, a new legend, a couple more things that we're going to go over every single detail. Yo, YouTube, what is going on? YeYo here, bringing you another MLB The Show video. This time we're going to be going over every single detail on that feature premiere that we had from SDS this past Thursday. Now, number one, there's going to be 6 of them, right? Every single Thursday, one episode. This one lasted about 30 minutes or so, so you probably should expect the same. And they came out with the first legend revealed for MLB The Show 21. We'll go over that a little bit later on. In this first video, they went over pitching and hitting primarily. They mentioned a couple other things that we're gonna go over it. But before we get started, like the video, make sure to like it. We're trying to get to 60 likes on this video, and subscribe if you're new and haven't done so already. Trying to get to 3K before the game launches, so make sure to subscribe. Also click on that bell to get notified every time we upload. We're gonna be uploading a lot of gameplay still for MLB The Show 20, a lot of tips and tricks video for MLB The Show 21, Diamond Dynasty, all of it. So make sure you subscribe and get notified. So they started the stream with some gameplay, some videos, some bat flips, and that's the first thing I noticed. There was a new bat flip from Joey Gallo smashing the bat on the ground, and then Fernando Tatis with his signature bat flip that is actually the cover for MLB The Show 21. So I'm wondering if this means that we're gonna have some new bat flips added to the game. Does that mean Fernando Tatis is gonna have that bat flip? If it is, I think it's gonna take the #1 spot over that Didi Gregorius. That I think my top 3 was Didi Gregorius, Reggie Jackson, and Ricky Henderson. Let me know down in the comment section below who are your favorite bat flips. But if Fernando Tatis Jr. has that bat flip, he's automatically #1 to me. So this will be the first episode out of 6, like I mentioned. So if it goes every Thursday, like I mentioned, the last episode will be on April 15th. So literally a month from now and a day before MLB The Show 21 comes out. So we'll see. I'm expecting new legends also every single episode. But the first thing that they talked about in this one was the gameplay style. So we know not everybody likes to play online. Some people like to just sit back and relax and chill. There's gonna be different gameplay style, including competitive. Competitive is gonna be more for that online gameplay, for that competitive players, not necessarily the ones that wants to like just chill and sit back and relax. The competitive one is basically gonna remove most of the RNG, that artificial intelligence that is added to every video game, because it kind of has to have it. Competitive is gonna remove most of it. What this means is that user input will matter more and more. For example, in casual, you're gonna get a lot of those things to go, everything's gonna be going your way. Not everything, but a lot of the things are gonna be going your way. There's the simulation, which is the middle one. It's kind of like 50-50. And then competitive, most of it is gonna be user input, not a lot of RNG. That's what they're saying. So we gotta see how the game plays. But if that's the case, that means user input will matter. There's gonna be a skill gap, and that's what we've all been wanting and asking for. And talking about skill gaps, the next thing that they talked about was check swings. So as you know, in MLB The Show 20, there was a huge problem with the check swings. You try to check swing and you could get away with the check swings. You could foul off balls. The at-bats would be 10, 15, 20. I mean, we have Guillermo go for 22. That's more like MLB The Show 20 was. And what they're saying is that MLB The Show 21 will not have that check swings as much. So they put a couple clips with the check swings. The discipline attributes in all the cards will not matter. What will matter in online gameplay, it's going to be the user inputs. But we will not be getting a lot of those check swings that we were getting in 20, which means advantage for the pitcher, which we actually needed some advantage to the pitcher because we really didn't have many. So it's gonna be a big difference. It's gonna be a big adjustment for a lot of players. It's gonna change at bats. It's going to change at bats. You're not gonna be having those longer at bats. Expect batting averages to go down a bit, and expect ERA to go down as well. Strikeouts are definitely going up because of the check swings. After that, in the stream, they also talk about the different batting average with perfect, good, okay, all of that good stuff. As you know, they still stating that 843 average with perfect. Not necessarily perfect grounders. We've seen the perfect grounders were still a little bit of an issue later in the game, but perfect fly balls. You can see good is 550 average, still good. So we got to see if it actually is playing like that in 21 as well. They didn't make many changes when it comes to the hitting engine, so what we're expecting the changes is going to be because of the gameplay style competitive being added to the game, which is going to take some of that RNG that maybe in casual you will get some of those weird hits to go your way. In competitive shouldn't be, it won't be. But MLB The Show 20 was definitely better than 19 in my opinion, because of the perfect implementation. So that's going to be a difference. That was the difference from 19 to 20. Now from 20 to 21, the check swings are going to be a little bit different. Later in the game, we started seeing perfect foul balls. They're definitely acknowledged that. They said that it's going to be 99.9% of the perfect swings will be in fair play, so keep that in mind as well. We should not be seeing a lot of perfect foul balls anyways. Now into the pitching things. With this is the big addition, the number one thing that I'm more excited about. Let me know, what are you most excited about for 21? For me, is perfect pitching, is pinpoint pitching, is par. What is par? Perfect accuracy region. So this perfect accuracy region is going to be on pitching styles. Obviously all of this depends on the stamina, confidence, pitch repertoire is going to be different. Perfect accuracy region is a little bit of a shadow around the baseball. So what this means is that when you're pitching, if you pitch 100% accuracy and 100% on the release point, the ball is going to land in that perfect accuracy region 100% of the time. So keep that in mind. Obviously it's going to be tough to keep hitting 100% accuracy every single pitch, but if you are good at that and the timing is perfect, you'll see where the ball is going to be landing. So it's going to be easier, definitely going to be easier with pinpoint accuracy to dot, especially if you're getting that accuracy and that timing down. When it comes to the perfect accuracy region, it depends on their pitch as well. We know that every pitcher has their own pitch repertoire. Here you can see the image with Blake Snell pitches. So obviously the number one pitch for him is the fastball. You see the perfect accuracy region is smaller. Changeup is the second pitch, it's a little bit bigger. It's about the same as the slider, which is number third pitch. And then with curveball, it's a lot bigger. So what this means is the better the pitch, the more confident he is on that pitch, the more accurate he's going to be. They also mentioned, and you can see here in the image, pinpoint pitching compared to Hall of Fame or a meter and analog, all in Hall of Fame. And you can see that perfect accuracy region, how big it is in analog compared to pinpoint. This does not mean it's for 20, this is for 21. So we don't know if meter was a lot better than analog in 20. There's no way of knowing that. But for 21, the par, which is the perfect accuracy region in meter, is going to be a little bit smaller than in analog. So if you do not like pinpoint pitching, which I will be having a pitching tips video on that, I think I already figured it out. I feel like very confident in that. But in 20 was a different thing. We don't know what it was in 20, but in 21, if you can hit that release point in meter, you're gonna be better off in meter than in analog. In meter, it's a little bit tougher, I feel like, to hit that release point than in analog pitching. But if you're good at meter, stick with meter then. So what is pinpoint pitching? Pinpoint pitching, I feel like it's a combination of different things. It's gonna be a little bit more difficult until you get it down, but it's gonna combine different things. As you can see here, it's gonna be a little bit of all, a little bit of meter, a little bit of analog. It's gonna have motion. There is a new control motion. Every pitcher has a different delivery, so it's gonna be different. Some are gonna be a little bit faster than other. What is gonna happen when you have players on base? It's gonna be a little bit faster. It's going to be a little bit different. So it will take some practice, but once you master it, pinpoint is literally what the name is saying. Pinpoint, where you want it is going to be in there. If you get 100% accuracy, there is perfect pitching, you're going to be dotting. They showed a few illustrations on how to do it, how to track it. Before the pitch, you select the pitch, and then it gives you kind of like a preview on the pitch. You will be able to do just like if you can do exactly what the image is saying, then you're gonna be just fine. But that's basically all you have to do, is basically draw it the same way that it shows you on that preview. I'm not gonna go into details on the pinpoint pitching because it can take longer, and we will have that pitching tips video once the game comes out. But every pitch is gonna be different. Every pitch is gonna have its own motion, its own rotation. And obviously, like I mentioned, every pitcher is going to have a different delivery, different speed for it. It's going to take some practice and getting used to, but it's definitely going to be the best way. I promise you right now, all the best players are probably going to be using this. And this is just from my experience, from what I practice, from what I use, and it's just seeing the results so much better is definitely the way to go. Now, another good thing about the pinpoint pitching is that you get all this feedback from the pitch. So if you're early, you will know where to make adjustments. If you're missing on that motion, you will know how to fix it. If you're too fast, you know, it'll tell you you were too fast. If you were too slow, it tell you were too slow and just do it a little bit faster. So you get the point. It will tell you where you're messing up so you can actually improve on this pinpoint pitching. It will have perfect. Now there will also be perfect on analog and meter. Still gotta see how that turns out, but they will be perfect pitching as well in 2021. Now, the practice mode, you will be able to practice pitching, practice this pinpoint pitching. That's the only way you're going to get better. That's the only way you're going to be able to perfect it. For when the MLB The Show 21 comes out, you're ready to go, ready to use it, and so forth. Now, on the practice mode, they also added one of the coolest features, and one thing that I know the community have been asking for a while, and that is when you're practice hitting, you will be able to select a specific location, a specific pitch that you want to practice. So for example, if you're having trouble with the fastballs, up and in, you can select fastballs up and in, and you're going to be able to practice that. If you're having problems with the changeups low or sliders low and away, you will be able to select sliders, select the location, and practice specifically on that. The same thing, if you want to just randomize it and not select anything, it will be just like regular BP. You will have that option as well. But this is one of the most, like, just one of the coolest additions they did, and this is gonna help out. One of the things that everybody tells you, and it's because it's true, is that you got to put in the time. You got to put in the time, practice to get better. Practice makes perfect. Again, this is going to be one thing that you will be able to know. You already know where you're kind of weak, where your weak points are. You're going to be able to practice them in practice mode. Select, hey, I cannot touch those fastball up and outside. Go and practice them. That's a great addition that they did for MLB The Show 21. But yeah, they also talk about the swing timing. There were some adjustments when it comes to the swing timing, perfect hitting, and base running. We all know that base running was kind of weird in MLB The Show 20, so hopefully they can run the bases better. But that was basically it when it came to the gameplay, pitching and hitting wise. There will be more every Thursday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be on Twitch. We stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/YeYo. And we do it live. We watch the stream live. You see my live reaction there. We talk, we go over everything that's going, but we're gonna be doing that every Thursday, so make sure to check us out there. Now, when it comes to the legend reveal, this was a very interesting one. I know a lot of people are not happy because they did a little bit of a troll job. I'm gonna go ahead and play the video, and I'm gonna tell you my thoughts on the new legend reveal. I mean, that was nice, wasn't it? I'm wearing my Red Sox hat, and that was a little bit of a Yankee troll, which, you know, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. They actually trolled. They actually made it seem like it was going to be Derek Jeter, the new legend. Obviously, it was not. It was Alfonso Soriano, which we actually mentioned on one of our previous video, going over every position and new legends that we could have, and I wanted to have. I actually mentioned Alfonso Soriano as my second baseman. This card is going to be absolutely insane. I mean, he had a 40-40 year, 39-40 as well. As a second baseman, you don't get that combination of power, speed at second baseman. You just don't. So he will have power. He will have contact. Is going to be solid. I'm expecting that contact to be between 100, 105. Power is probably going to be 110, 115. The vision is probably going to be a little bit lower because he did struck out a lot. Defensively, it's not going to be great. It's probably going to be around 70. Speed, though, stealing base is going to be around 85, I would think. Kind of like Trevor Story-ish. 85 speed with stealing about 95 maybe even higher. So expect this card to be great. Leg kick, high leg kick, kind of like that Cal Lewis from the Seattle Mariners. I think that's a great comparison when it comes to the leg kick. We got to see, obviously we got to see if the swing is slow, if it's fast. That's going to be a big difference if it's going to be able to generate exit velo. But let me know down in the comment section below as well if you're excited for this Alfonso Soriano. I know I am. He was one of the names that a lot of people were mentioning when it came to what legends they wanted to see, and they showed up. Like, this is the first legend they've announced for MLB The Show 21, and it's a big one. I think, like, it's a good one, not necessarily one of those all-time greats names that we've been wanting. Barry Bonds, Roberto Clemente, Hank Aaron, all of them. It's not the same, the Jeters, but it's gonna be a very good card. I mean, in my opinion, it's going to be a great card. It's going to be definitely a top 2 or 3 second baseman in the game. But I'm very excited. I love how they did this. They're going to be, obviously, these are pre-recorded videos. They're going to be going over every single detail. Next week's stream, they'll be going over everything fielding. So we know that in MLB The Show 20, fielding, especially in the outfield, was kind of broken. It would sometimes the players would not make the catch. Sometimes it would take forever to throw the ball in. So this week, Thursday, they will be talking about all the fielding, basically a complete overhaul of the fielding. So I'm excited for that, and I hope you are as well. That will do it for me, though. I want to go over every single detail on the stream that they did, my thoughts on it, what I think it's going to mean when MLB The Show 21 comes out. And I will be doing this for every single stream. I hope you like it. Again, if you do, like it, 60 likes, and subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching. This is YeYo, and I'll check it on the next one. And I'm out.